This weekend, all eyes will be on the great battle between Manchester City and Manchester United. The derby between the two teams has extremely different performances and goals. However, this match still retains its own appeal. Everything in the past 10 years has changed dramatically. If Man City rises from a noisy neighbor to become a leading football force in England and Europe, United is still struggling with the shadow of the past. But, nonetheless, this is still a match for honor, for goals, and for asserting identity in the English industrial city. Erik ten Hag's team is in extremely good form since the start of the new year 2024. In particular, they were undefeated in 5 consecutive matches in the Premier League before losing to the representative. From London is Fulham. The loss to Marco Silva's team made MU farther away from its goal of top 4. Currently, MU is ranked 6th on the rankings with 44 points and is 8 points away from the top 4 position. One special thing is that Manchester United has maintained an incredible record of goal difference with 0. The Old Trafford home team rediscovered the joy of winning in the FA Cup arena by defeating Nottingham Forest with a minimum score. Furthermore, Man United also struggled to defeat their opponents. Erik ten Hag's army desperately needs a timely return before it is too late to accomplish their goals. However, the challenge is much more difficult because this time they will have to march to Etihad in the 192nd Manchester derby. Before the match took place, Man City destroyed Luton Town with a score of 6-2 right at their opponent's home field to enter the next round of the FA Cup, thereby still preserving the opportunity to defend the championship in this arena. The two important factors are Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland. At Kenilworth Road, the Norwegian striker alone scored 5 goals against the home team. Meanwhile, KDB also had 4 assists. The presence of this couple will of course be a solid spiritual support for the entire team at home, or it could be a devastating victory. History is supporting Man United. In 191 previous meetings in all competitions, the Red Devils have won 78 victories against their opponents. However, these are only reference numbers, because in the past 5 years, everything has changed completely. The Citizen has won 8 out of 14 meetings since 2019. In the last 5 matches in the Premier League, Pep's army won 4 times and lost only once. Total score after 5 matches, this is 18-7 in favor of Man City. Besides, the last time Man United defeated Man City at Etihad Stadium was 3 years ago, and MU at that time was still led by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. In terms of performance, Man United is still much weaker, and the personnel situation also causes them to lose a lot. Manchester United started the new year with a series of positive signs when a series of pillars with long-term injuries recovered. That is also part of the reason why the Old Trafford team played sublimated for a long time. But the joy didn't last long. In early February, things suddenly got worse. First, Lisandro Martinez re-injured his foot in the 3-0 win over West Ham. 2 weeks later, it was Luke Shaw's turn to relapse and was expected to miss the rest of the season. Harry Maguire is also injured and is unlikely to be able to attend the match at Etihad Stadium. Things continued to take a turn for the worse when Ramos Højlund suffered a hamstring injury and had to miss 2 or 3 weeks. The worry also started from there, because every fan knows that without Højlund, the opportunity to win points at the Etihad Stadium will be lost, because the remaining strikers on the attack like Rashford, Anthony, or Narco, who knows? Can anything be done? Especially for Rashford. The English striker has had an extremely serious decline in performance compared to last season. People no longer recognize a striker who scores goals continuously and carries the whole of Man United on his shoulders. As for Narco, it is difficult to predict. There are matches where the young Argentine player can play very well, but there are also matches where he seems invisible. It's hard to blame the striker born in 2004 because he is still so young, and asking him to shine and score continuously is something that is so far away. On the other side of the front line, everything is completely opposite. Man City is receiving a lot of positive things. Notably, both Haaland and KDB have recovered from injury, shined brightly, and regained their best form. The destruction of Luton Town is the clearest proof of this. Man United's defense seems to face its biggest challenges this season. Not only Haaland, the Citizen still has Phil Foden, another scoring machine. If last season the young English striker needed 32 matches in the Premier League to score 16 goals for Man City, then currently Foden only needs 26 matches to equal that achievement. In particular, Foden alone scored all 3 goals to help Man City make a spectacular comeback against Brentford on February 6th. And surely no one will forget that, of the total 6 goals that MU conceded in the match against Man City last season, half of them came from Foden, and the rest belonged to Erling Haaland. This reunion, those will be 2 names that can score against the Red Devils. MU will probably now rely on the talent of goalkeeper Onana to keep the home team's goal intact. Recently, the former Inter goalkeeper has gradually played stably and no longer makes elementary mistakes like before. In many matches, the Cameroonian goalkeeper has saved the Red Devils from losing goals. Among the goalkeepers leading the clean sheet index, we have Jordan Pickford, David Raya, and Ederson leading with 8 matches. Immediately followed by Alisson Becker and Andre Onana, both have 7 matches. However, the Cameroonian goalkeeper had a total of 93 saves, much higher than Pickford's 78 saves. The fact that Onana had to receive 36 goals was largely due to the instability of his teammates. It is important to know that Man United is shot by the opponent an average of 9 times per match, while that number for Everton is only in the match against Nottingham in round 5 of the FA Cup. Onana was scored 8 points by SofaScore, the second highest score of the match. Throughout 90 minutes, Onana had a total of 5 saves and a passing accuracy rate of up to 82%. As mentioned, the injury situation means Man United does not have the right to choose personnel in this match. In the goalkeeper position, as usual, it will still be Onana. The central defender duo will be Victor Lindelof and Varane. In the right wing-back position is Diego Dalot, and on the opposite side will be the reluctant presence of Amrabat. In midfield will still be the best players that Erik ten Hag has, including central midfielders Casemiro and Maino. In the guardian position will still be Bruno Fernandes. The attack includes the trio Narco Rashford-Anthony. On the opposite side, the goalkeeper will be Ederson. The central defender duo will be Akanji and Ruben Dias. The 2 fullbacks are Kyle Walker and Nathan Ake. The midfield will be a trio, Rodri John Stone and KDB. Erling Haaland will still be the spearhead of the attack. Supporting the Norwegian striker are Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. It will be an extremely stressful series of matches for coach Pep Guardiola. After the match with Man United, Man City will return to C1 to face Copenhagen, immediately followed by a series of matches against difficult opponents such as Liverpool, Newcastle, and Arsenal. Winning is definitely what the Citizen aims to continue its momentum and become a spiritual stepping stone. Furthermore, the home field advantage also makes them rated much higher. Maybe Erik ten Hag will direct the players in a game like the match against Liverpool, or it could be another more effective plan. As said, this will be a war for different goals, for honor, and most of all for the color of the city of Manchester. The answer will be at 10:30 p.m. on March 3rd,